Hi, welcome back. Today we have tooth number 12. Patient presents. The tooth is cracked. I'll show that to you in just a minute. We don't love cracked teeth because they don't chew very well when they're disintegrated into 100 pieces. So we're going to help her prevent that from happening by wrapping it with a crown. So we've got number 12. It's got this big amalgam silver filling in it. If we look at the front, normally you can't see this on a scan, but this one's big enough you can. So that big old crack coming down the front right there. So this is uncomfortable once you chews on it, and that's not good when you can see a crack and it doesn't feel great when you chew. So tooth's vital, doesn't need a root canal, just needs a crown to help prevent further propagation of that crack. So we'll begin by trimming models. There's our crown prep. Model axis, get her lined up here. John's just taking a blue dot and putting it on the center of our tooth so we can draw our margin. Draw the margin twice. First time around, I don't care where the line goes. Second time around, I do care, and I'll make sure it's perfect. I intentionally left my margin up here because that's where the enamel is, and we like bonding to enamel. It's stronger and lasts longer than bonding to dentin or cementum. The cementum is on the root surface. It's what you find if you keep cutting down that long axis of the tooth. We'll run into that root, and the bond strength is not as good there. So we'll bond to the root if we have to, but if we've got good healthy enamel, we are going to use it. Okay. It's good to me. Insertion axis. How is this crown going to slide onto this tooth? About like that. Good. Parameters, like spacer to be about 120 microns, going to allow us room to bond. Jump straight into our AI proposal. So the computer thinks, it says, we think your tooth should look something like this. We are going to make some changes. Let's see what it did look like. I'm going to come to the positioning tab for this one. Okay. Get another proposal. See if we can't get a better starting point. That looks a little better. All right, so FOCC is our acronym we'll use to get through this design. F is fissure height. That appears to be adequate. O is occlusion. Got a little bit of hyperocclusion there. You can see if we look through the opposing arch. So we'll just turn that lower arch on, use this form remove tool to get rid of those high spots. The goal is for her bite to feel natural, similar to the way it did when she showed up today. That's good. Let me bring this up just a little bit since she's used to having a little more tooth there. This is why I always like to take a pre-op scan so I can really see what she's used to. Smooth that down just a little bit. Give that one. You just want it to look somewhat similar to the way it did. So that I'm cool with. What about this area? So it has to be about the same height. Looks good. Just gonna blend that a touch with the smooth tool. That nice curve of speed as we exit the front of her arch. We're gradually coming up some. And she should come back down a little bit on the backside, but that's okay. At least we've got this gradual kind of rise, so that looks natural. All right, what else do we want to fix here? Oh, looks pretty good. This one may taper in some. We'll take our smooth tool, finish it off. Should seem nice and rounded. That looks better. Let's check our proximal contacts now by removing these other teeth. So she had no contact here when we started, and I told her that I think I could probably give you something there, and that's what this looks like. So now she's got a little contact, so she's less likely to get food stuck. I like to create a little bit of separation between that seeding the restoration and where that contact is. So that looks about good. So I'm going to bring out just slightly. Get that back. And there we go. Broaden that contact just a little bit. I'm going to do it from the lingual so that we don't change that facial contour. And then we're going to drop that down just a touch. That's where she cracked her tooth. I don't want her having a ton of force there where that tooth is cracked on that front side. Check that contact once more. So this will take some. Good. Great. Last thing we should check is our articulator. So what happens when her jaw moves left, right, forward, and back? We will find out. We are going up lower FGP, and she doesn't have any penetration, so that is good. It means that crown will disclude or come apart from her opposing teeth when that jaw moves around. So that's what our crown design looks like. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.